Good morning, everybody. It's your pal Martin Melody here. Hope you're going well. My trip to Paris is happening this weekend, and I'm paying about £27 sterling a night for like a private cabin in a shared room. So literally, you've got my own privacy and all the stuff, and my own secure, area. I wouldn't like to call it a capsule hotel, because like literally, it's not that. It's much bigger than a capsule hotel. And it made me like think about money on the road, because people always say, right, if you're gonna like be traveling on a budget, try to avoid staying in accommodation if you can. And the one way to get around this is couchsurfing. I signed up for couchsurfing back in 2011. I thought maybe I could be able to couchsurf with somebody in Monaco or Morocco or Gibraltar, and that didn't happen. But so I've had the couchsurfing account for over 11 years, but I've never used it. I tried using it in August 2018 when I was stuck in Lille in France for a night. And I was waiting for my bus back to London, trying to find a couchsurfing host last minute. Couldn't find one, so I just bit the bullet and just paid for a stupid hostel. The one thing I don't really like about couchsurfing is basically people, they'll put their profile up as available, saying that they're available to host couchsurfers. But when you write to them, they'll either knock you back for no apparent reason whatsoever, or two, they're just basically saying, oh, sorry, I'm not going to be in town. The important thing is, alright, if you are running an Airbnb, and you're not going to be available, or your place is not going to be there, don't put your hand up in the first place. Because, you're really just, letting a lot of people down. Now, there is a bit of a risky side to doing couchsurfing, because you are staying with strangers. Horrible things could happen to you if you are stupid, or if you don't keep your wits. You don't know who you could be staying with. So literally, if you're a host, right, and somebody applies to stay on your couch, and they've got no profile pic, they've got no much of a story, you'll literally think, alright, that's a red flag, I can't go forward with this. Or if you are a couchsurfer, you do not want to be, finding a profile in Paris, France, with no pictures, hardly much information, and no reviews. You want to find somebody who has got reviews, or recommendations, whatever you call it, and you want to stay with people who are verified, who are basically showing their identification documents to couchsurfing. So, this is what I was doing last night. I go on a couchsurf, I write to 10 hosts in Paris, speak a bit of English and French with them, because literally some of them say in their profile that they do speak English. I find a nice Armenian man in Paris, and I say to him, Barev, because I know a bit of Armenian myself, a little bit, just how I greet people, and I have a connection with Armenia. And basically, he thanks me for applying, but he just basically said he just came back from his holiday, and he really doesn't want people to be staying in his house. So I thought, oh yeah, fair enough, yeah, have a good couple of days. This is kind of a reason why there's an option where you basically say, if you're not going to be hosting people, basically change your profile. Just say, I'm not hosting people. Simple like that. So I'm going to be away from Britain for a whole month, okay? And I do want to couchsurf in countries like Lesotho, because accommodation is quite limited. I don't want to be spending 30 quid a night in Lesotho. And but let's just say if I went to a really expensive country in Africa, where accommodation is at least 200 quid a night, like Equatorial Guinea or the Congo, or maybe Japan, I would rather just go for a couchsurfing experience even though it might be a bit complicated because some countries with these visa requirements, they ask you, do you have to book accommodation like with a hotel and have a hotel booking, just to like assume that, you know, you're going to be staying somewhere, not like sleep on the streets. Yeah. So, do wish me luck with this whole couch surfing expedition. I know that there are a lot of travelers out there, and there are a lot of YouTubers who have done it recently, and I praise them like well for doing it. But I mean, it just takes courage. Like, if I could tell you the difference between staying in a hotel and staying in an Airbnb, this is what happened, alright? In 2021, I went to Macclesfield, stayed in like a hotel, and I thought it was okay, but it was a bit like sterile to stay there. Then this year, I stayed with an Airbnb host, and it was like lovely. She made me tea and coffee, and had like non-dairy milk for me, and she was very talkative, and she had like nice dogs to interact with. And I thought, man, this is such a good experience. It was like well worth the money. Anyway, this is Martin Millhead, over and out.